All right. Hello. Good to see you. It's been a little while. It's been a really good and wonderful week. I'm not going to go to all the details because there's still lots of things kind of being worked out, but really positive developments happening in my life. Um, just really grateful, which is perfect for, of course, this time of year with Thanksgiving coming up and the sermon this last Sunday being on gratitude. And I really do feel that gratitude in for my life and going deeper in trusting God, having an opportunity to really just go deeper right now and really practice the inner work in an even more wonderful way. So I will share more about the details coming up, but I just wanted to spend some time with you, with God, this evening and see what he has to say. So, pulling from Twin Flames, Finding Your Ultimate Lover, let's take a moment and see what God has to share tonight. Oh, this is good. So, I made a video recently about unconditional love. This is the 4 stages of coming into harmonious union. And yes, that's what I was drawn to. I was like, um, there's a lot of good things going on here. But I'm going to start here. It's stage 4, unconditional love. Um, of course, we're kind of jumping ahead with this because there's two other 3 other stages before this. But let's see. Okay, there's two passages kind of speaking to me. So I'm gonna actually my eyes kind of went here first. This is just about creating an unstoppable union, and this is where I feel drawn to read from. Meeting your twin flame can be highly electric. The beginning of your union can be very hot and include delicious sex, but it doesn't have to fizzle out over time. In fact, it increases and deepens because your union can support that energy because it's designed to. It doesn't have to go from a hot fire to a warm, loving coal over time. It can go from wherever it starts to a sustainably burning flame of love, desire, and passion. It doesn't matter how it starts, it's what it evolves into that is important. Why marry someone you had a few years of hot synergy with only to spend the rest of your life with a person who you feel slightly warm or tepid about? Your twin flame union transcends this pattern and life. So, this is a really deep passage. I'm really grateful for it. I think there's a lot of good stuff here. Basically, we all know, and I've said in previous videos, we have this desire for our ultimate lover. It's in all of us because we were all created with it. And there's only one person that's actually going to satisfy this very special place, and that is your twin flame. That's how God created reality, to have your desires fulfilled. And so you have that desire because there's a matching um, it's a divine desire because God created it. And there is the reality of a lover on that other side. And I want to speak to, obviously, this passage talks about the romance. And yes, all the romance that God has for you is expressed through your twin flame union, and which is just extraordinary and wonderful. You don't have to go looking for that romance anywhere else. It really is only for you to share with your twin flame, that sacred energy of romance. But here's the important thing I want to point out, because a lot of people don't understand, like, they just want they might, I don't want you to create expectations. Yes, like your twin flame, you're obviously designed to be eternal lovers, which means you can go eternally deeper into your loving, into your romance. Excuse me. But there's 4 aspects to a union. And they really do, in a way, go in this order, although they don't necessarily present themselves in this order. But it's good when you honor them in your twin flame in this order. They are first your ultimate teacher. And this is essential because if you're just going in for that hot, hot romance, you're going to ignore the big thing that they're there to teach you unconditional love. And because they're one with you, they're going to push a lot of buttons that no one else can, because they literally share an inner world with you. So imagine the depth of intimacy. So every place inside of you that needs healing, they will activate and give you an opportunity to heal. So you have to honor that. You can't just go in and be like, oh, it's just all going to be awesome. Of course, it's meant to be that way. In divine truth, it is. But you have to honor that because they're always loving you, one of their greatest gifts is to heal and to show you in your conscious where you need to heal. And that's where you learn that deep inner work in Twin Flames universe to do that healing work. The mere exercise of loving yourself, crucial to a healthy relationship with your twin flame, because you have to love yourself first fully to love another. And so you have to love the places that they are showing you. Second, they're your best friend in all the world. And so you want to cultivate, romance. The first step to romance is to have a very deep foundation of trust and friendship. And like, I feel like a deep heart connection with this person. Obviously your twin flame, you've established that safety, that trust. How can you have romance if you don't have that foundation? So that friendship part, excuse me, is so important. My voice just like changed. So then there's, so the friendship, you deepen that, which leads to the third aspect, which is your partner. So you're meant to partner in every way with your twin flame. Not that you have to be doing the same things, but you partner in every way. Your finances, your living, your life purpose, your play, everything, every aspect of your life, how you design every aspect of your life. Because you're created as one with your twin flame, it's very natural to have that partnership. And obviously, as you go deeper in all of these things, the core of that is romance. And this passage really focuses on romance, but I like to bring this up because my personal experience has really shown me that you have to honor those three pieces to have a healthy romance. That's my personal experience. And so I just say this because obviously the romance with your twin flame is so beautiful. But remember, romance and intimacy, that's an expression, that's a deep expression of love in a very intimate way. And that means to have that level of safety to go there, it's really important to set a foundation. And all of this is available with your twin flame to eternally build a foundation. That's what's incredible. You literally, because you're created to be with your twin flame, you never have to think, is this going to end? Is there, is this just a temporary thing? No. Even if more healings keep coming up, you were created to be with them, which means in spiritual truth, you are always with them. Even if you come together and there's a time of needing healing and you come together, or whatever the dynamic is, obviously, if you really master the work, you can just come together and eternally deepen. That's the idea. But of course, for many people's path, there's a learning to be done. So building that foundation is essential. And that's why honoring them as teacher first and really learning the spiritual work is the start to this romance. Because a true twin flame power union is one where both are very mature, healthy people who can love themselves, take responsibility for themselves, really tend to their inner life. So they're not codependent, needing the other person. They're literally totally happy with God first. And they've established that relationship of loving themselves and trusting God and having that real relationship. And then God, through that relationship, deepens that union in every other way. And with God, you can trust, once you develop that relationship, He guides you perfectly. As long as you have that relationship and you go ever deeper in it, you can't fail, because the inner work always works. Even if you can think that you did the worst thing to mess it up, you can't mess up something God created eternally to be sweet relief. It's just healing. And so that's why the work is always, you go back to love yourself. When you love yourself, you love your twin because you are one. It is such a perfect and beautiful work. It's called win-win. You love yourself, you love God, you start becoming happier, more joyful, and getting more and more of the things that you desire because you're coming into alignment with love and God, and love desires you to be fully supported. And you just naturally attract more and more love, including your twin flame. So, wow, there's a lot to reflect on here. That this path is so beautiful, so rich, and you do benefit greatly from having support on this journey. If you haven't, check out twinflamesuniverse.com. Literally, they have changed my life in all the ways that I've successfully applied the work. That is the key, to really be humble and to choose to really learn the inner work and to ground that. That is the key to success on this journey. If you humble yourself and examine this teaching and apply this very beautiful way of loving yourself, which how can you of course you're going to win in a system of loving yourself. It's a perfect system. I invite you to check it out, and I thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I send blessings to you and your union. You are meant for a great and mighty love. I promise you that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.